Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and welcome to a special occasion of another Doron Doron episode. I'm one of your hosts, or should I say, your main host today, Isaac Wolf. And joining me today, as always, is my good friend and co-creator of this chaotic stream, Brandon Alvarado. How's it going, buddy?
We are selling duffel bags, scissors, pencils, smart iPhones, weird iPhones, computers that look like iPhones, all based on the Kusanagi it. I am Brandon, Kusanagi's marketing manager. We're making big bucks. Okay, I'm sorry. Hi, hey guys.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm excited. Back to talk some Doron Doron. Let's do it.
Yeah, and it's been a while. It's been a while, but and and it's it, it's how should I put it? It's a chaotic place to come back to, considering we are it's the continuing fight against what's the anteaters name in English again?
What is it? Dosan, I think, is the name of
Yes,
the villain.
yes,
Yeah.
Dosan is the name of the villain, but he's look the nose make him look like the creatures that eats ant, like a
I
vacuum
think you're. I
cleaner.
think you're. Yes, anteater. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if they are called you specifically anteaters, but you
yeah,
know
yeah.
what?
No, that's the actual name of the animal. It's an anteater.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, sort of like anteater slash weird elephant uh, vacuum blower, but it comes to somewhat of a conclusion where they managed to basically breaks the nose off it all, and he is down for the count.
Right. What?
However, yeah, go on before I move
Yeah.
on.
Before we go deeper, I kind of find it kind of not bad but reductive, but I think it plays well with how naive Kusanagi can be because we kind of see him back in his act that he's had from the very beginning, where he's kind of like saying he's sorry or whatever. Like we see him right here in this panel, where we kind of just see him just on
Have you
his
shown
knees.
what the name of the chapter is, by the way?
Yeah. Oh, we haven't. It's called True Friends. So it's right there. So you kind of see Dosan there again, kind of like saying he's sorry again or whatever, and trying to pretend that he's okay, to then suddenly surprise um, an attack, which is he's been doing over and over again. Like he has no fighting skills whatsoever. Like all he does is conjure up manifestations of the spirit energy that of the supernatural energy. Wrong anime. Spirit energy. That's Juju Hakusho, which I love that show by the way.
We need to cover that at one point as a retro review.
We do have to. The movie's actually great. Like we should probably just do the movie. Poltergeist Report is just great. Unlike the
I
Fatal
haven't
Fury
seen.
movies. But
Did you
yeah,
like the Age of Fury movies?
I mean, I love the Fatal Fury movie, but it's not a good movie. I love it because I love Fatal Fury, not
Okay,
because it's like the whole Fire Emblem thing. The movies are horrible, but we like them because they're Fire Emblem. You know what I mean?
the
Like,
movies are horrible, but what?
but we like them because they're Fire Emblem. Because there's something out there that's Fire Emblem.
There isn't any Fire Emblem movie. It's that infamous, but Mars.
No, no, that's
But
what I mean. I call it a movie because I rather think about watching it only once.
you said
So
movies, as in there is been several movies attempt, and I'm just
I'm just trying to make conversation, Isaac. I'm not trying to be. You're being overly specific. But what I'm trying to say is that I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, we should do Portuguese Report, like the movie for Juju Hakusho. That motion picture actually is great, and we should definitely cover it. It'll be a good segue into the show.
Really? You need to
Um,
be more specific.
that's horrible. But so he just so going back to Dosan, which is the villain that we've been fighting with in the last 4 or 5 chapters. He's been doing the same thing over and over again. When he kind of goes like, kind of gives up, but then tries to surprise him. But I kind of like how that plays. Kind of, I mean, it's stupid because we've seen him do it over and over again. So it's kind of like, why why are you not doing anything new? Like that's like he's like a one hit wonder kind of thing. But at the same time, I kind of like how it plays with how naive Kusanagi can be. And like the whole point of this is about Kusanagi showing that he's trying to grow up from his naivete. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Like that's kind of the point. So I kind of like the fact that both of them working together. I like the idea that Kusanagi, like the way that he's manipulating himself for battle, it's growing and they're using him in different ways. Like he's literally being used as a web sling, as a Gatling gun, a la Batman. Only though he's a stretch. Now he stretches around the nose and kind of then becomes a blade at the same time. I don't know. I like the versatility. It's been pretty cool watching all this developments. But go ahead. Yeah. So they kind of like they incapacitate Dosan, where they kind of corner him and are ready to vanquish him. And then what happens? This is where
Well,
you go,
then
Isaac.
we well then we have the sort of like fox eyes, the whole white-haired monochrome lady that has been what I would argue being kind of the or sort of one of the main big bads in the series at this point. They have built up he, she. We don't know the gender as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Uh, as one of the big bands, they literally comes out and absorb the core
Yep.
of.
Yep. Kanbei
And then,
returns. Yeah. Yeah. Kanbei returns and out of nowhere kills Dosan and takes his power, which is
yeah.
like super crazy because first of all, we have no idea why he did that. But I don't know. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Also, the
And we see the first time that and this marks the first time that Dora and Kusanagi fight Kanbei. And very interesting things happen here because I think apart from the fact that Kanbei kind of like reveals that their supernatural energy connection is of particular interest to the villains or to the big bad or whatever. I like where that's going. I like the fact that their friendship, which is like the core of the book, right, also
yeah.
plays a role into the villain's plans, which is kind of like it's obvious in all shonens. Like for example, name me a shonen that what makes the main character unique is not part of the main villain's plot. And again, best example, Naruto. Like
I
the
mean,
not
if we
it has to
mention
happen.
Naruto, at this point, we need to have a Naruto jar for pretty much every shonen we are covering.
That's a lot of beer. Um, but but for example, Naruto, you have the nine-tailed fox, which of course plays a big role in Madara's scheme. You have One for All, which plays a big role in One for All in All for One scheme. You have Yusuke himself. I think well, that's a bad example. You have Itadori, which the singers that he's eaten for Sakuna play a big role into everything. Like it's a common shonen trope, right? And but I like how it's employed here because it's something that's that's when it's just like Naruto. All those examples that I gave are examples where this is done right, and this is this book is no exception. And I like how it plays onto it because it's two characters coming together. Their relationship is very tangible, very real, very entertaining, and the idea that that their power is so special and also kind of limitless, and Kanbei kind of getting excited and then fighting each other,
Al-
but it's great.
Also, is it just me, or did it feel like they were toying with the Kusanagi and Dora, and because they weren't scared whatsoever.
You mean like you're talking about Kanbei specifically?
Yes.
Yeah, Kanbei is definitely like on another power level. Like not only that, like you got to think about this also. Uji, which is right now Dora's captain, right?
Yeah.
Uji couldn't beat Kanbei. Like Ubi, like he kind of hurt him, but or hurt that Mononoke, but he didn't kill Kanbei. So, so not if Uji couldn't kill Kanbei, then Kanbei is at a level in and of itself. Like we haven't even seen Kanbei like fight either. Like every time we see him do something either violent or like power wise, it's always been like something to scare off as opposed to like something to actually, get into the battle per se. Does that make sense?
It's more of a schemer more than anything, or
Right.
um,
At least what we've
don't.
seen of him.
Yes, and like I said, it just shows that. How should I put it? He's sort of again going to another Shonen Jump stuff. He's they are clearly I don't want to say that they are as strong in context of their show, but they are clearly a bit of a all for one type of character where they clearly are strong enough when they are going into battle themselves, but they are more of a I'm in the background character, if that makes any sense. You
It's
get what
kind
I'm
of
saying?
yeah, it's kind of the whole Joker Dark Knight perspective, right? Where he talks about he's not a man of action, he's an agent of chaos, and he's against schemers, right? Like he just does things, and like Kanbei is not that person. Kanbei is the person that's kind of behind it all, or tries to be behind it all, kind of. But then again, the Joker was lying when he said he's not a schemer because all he does is schemes. But yeah, so
Yeah, but
yeah,
this is Joker we are talking about. He is always lying.
yes, yes, he is. So
Either that, either that, or he is telling lies that he believes in himself, which is I don't know if that's more terrifying than he knows that he's lying.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah, I like the mystery behind Kanbei's character still. That mystery still feels good, still feels fresh. You know how you have characters like overstay their welcome. I'm not tired of Kanbei at all. I think I like that we keep seeing him with this layer of mystery. And I like how he's fascinated by Kusanagi and Dora's relationship and that power that power thing works. But also the fact that he did what he wanted to do, because the whole thing was that I think he wanted a portion of their energy, and we still don't know why, but he wanted a portion of their energy, and I think that's why he destroyed Dosan. Because remember, Dosan was able to take some energy of Kusanagi while Kusanagi was with Dora. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I think that's why he absorbed Dosan, because it's sort part of his energy. So I wonder how they're going to use Dora's energy to
I
to
know
for their
I
plan.
know it. I was gonna joke about watch it being that Dora is part Mononoke, but I'm just
I
no,
mean,
please no.
I don't think that's going to happen for the simple fact that we know that Dora's useless. So,
Yeah,
I mean, but I just find it hilarious that that's the big point here, that Dora has no energy, period, no super energy. That's actually awesome. But I love the
yeah.
fact that Naotora shined a lot in this whole arc. I think it was great.
And she's also adorable when she
And she
apologized
saves the
to.
day. She has Chipotle Kusanagi, and then we have this great little moment here where, I mean, it's exactly what I'm going to show.
Yeah,
We are Dora fan buddies. Like
it's
the
so
most.
adorable.
I love how she is all the sides of the. She is super adorable, but super nuts and crazy when it comes to battles. It's great.
Isn't it?
I love everything.
Yeah, I
I
can agree.
love everything. So, should we go on to the next one?
Yeah, I I agree that we should. And well, what do we have here in the beginning? Them eating some food while going to the headquarters, and Kusanagi being adorable when he gets some more dorayaki. Is it dorayakis?
They always. How do the so do we have to assume, because look at this panel. I gotta say this. So Dora shares with Kusanagi some dorayaki or whatever, which they look like burger or sandwiches or whatever it is. I've never eaten it before, so I don't know what it is. But apparently it's super yummy. But
Let me
apparently
Google what it is.
So apparently he shares it with Kusanagi, and Kusanagi's eating two of them at the same time. But how is he holding? Are there miniature hands holding both of them that we just can't see them? It's I don't know.
Eh,
It's weird.
that's dorayaki is a type of wagasake that contains two type of pancakes style with I'm trying to
Is it like a sandwich?
on the spot on the spot. Sort of no, it's a small pancake apparently. It's a type of Japanese confection. It consists of two small pancake-like patties made from castella wrapped around a filling of sweet azuki bean paste.
Interesting. Beans.
Yeah.
Beans.
And now we are introduced to another old guy that is just. When I first read it, I'm just gardener, and he was okay. This is something special with this guy. And then he sort of fixed a part of the garden in mere seconds.
Yes. So this guy, I like where this is going. I feel that we're going deeper into what the mythology or the lore of, or more into. I like the fact that we're heading into an explanation kind of thing. Um, I mean, I like the fact that this old guy is kind of like nice yet insulting at the same way. But by the way, what a great shot of Kusanagi! A new evolution of the Kusanagi merchandise. He is now your favorite gardening tool because why
Uh,
not? Um, so
Agreed. Why not?
I oh my god, I thought about the worst thing. So, but we're not going to talk about that. So
Do I even want to ask?
you
Do
do
I
not
even
want to
want to
ask.
ask
You do not want to ask, and don't
if
push me
you?
because stop. Um, so Goki
Now I
Sukahara.
really want to know.
So Goki Sukahara.
Now I want to know,
Kusanagi sex toys. So Goki
dude,
Sukahara.
dude, dude. I
I
mentioned midnight and body fluids in the same sentence in our recent
I don't
recording.
need to
So
know about the atrocities that occur when I'm not here. So let's focus. So the title of the chapter is Goku Sukahara, and apparently we find out, to our amazement, the reason why this guy was able to clean these trees like super ridiculously quick, like literally he pulled a, I don't know, how quick he pulled the flash on it. Like
Yeah,
he's
we can say
ridiculously,
that.
he pulled that, which is awesome. Is because apparently this guy is the founder of the Izanagi Corps. So core, not corpse, they're not dead. Of the Izanagi Corps. So what we find out about this guy is that he's the founder and ex-head of the Izanagi Corps, and that he founded everything. He's the one that left everything in the hands of Yusai Yagyu, which is Jin Shiyu's grandfather.
I want to see her again. I miss her.
Yes, I'm glad that we actually we found out. Now, I the only one that in this particular chapter, because they all go to a meeting, you kind of get like Demon Slayer vibes, because
Yeah.
we're meeting like all these other officers that they all look like very interesting characters. We find out that there's another person with the Yagyu name. Do you think this is the person that she looks up to?
Yeah.
This might be the person,
Oh,
like her brother or something.
could be.
And then we haven't. Yeah. So now the coolest thing
Are you
is,
talking about the sleepyhead?
yes, yes, I am talking about the sleepyhead. But you can get a glimpse here of all the new characters that I mean, a lot of them were introduced in this chapter. This just gives you a little bit of a glimpse of the different officers that we're going to be spending time with, because you don't introduce this battalion of characters unless they're going to play a role. And not only that, it's very commonplace in manga or anime, at least, that when you have a particular presentation of a character and you actually see their name like on screen or on the panel, it means that they're going to be part of the story moving forward, right? So now one of the things, not only do they say that, we also find out that apparently this guy is a badass. This old guy is a badass, because apparently everybody's attacking him. Like, look at this. Like, could you imagine not being able to drink coffee because every single officer is going to try to get a hit on you? I can't wait for the anime to do this. I can't wait for them to have an anime be approved and seeing this. Like, these are the kind of panels that I look at and I'm like, okay, the anime is going to be great.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that the purpose of
But
the meeting. Go ahead.
he is in the doorbell. What are you guys doing to the old head? It's fine. I asked him to try and get a hit in if I let
Yeah.
my guard down. In addition to training the young, I also need to keep up with my conditioning. You two are free to do the same. Seriously, this old man is crazy.
Yeah.
Against samurai officers? And Kusanagi, yes, awesome.
Fanboys till the end. But then, but the biggest thing is not just the fact that this old guy is a badass, but the fact that we finally have a name to what should be our big bad. We are finally introduced to Hanzo Miyamoto, which we only saw in a panel like 7 chapters ago at the end, where Dosan was summoned. Apparently, he's the reason Mononokes can travel to our world. So I like this. We're getting some much needed, what's the word I'm looking for?
Lore building.
No, exposition. Yes, lore building, exposition. But I like the fact that it's a good time, right? Like, after a big intense battle, we're winding down, but not so much that we forget where we're going. So I think we wound it down enough. But now the biggest shocker is what happens at the end of the chapter, where we find out that this guy is trying to bring Mononoke to our world, but if we kill him, we're able to stop that. and all Mononokes will disappear. But then we find out that if all Mononokes disappear, there's a possibility that Kusanagi goes home. So I like the fact that, of course, very typical Shonen Jump trope as well, right? To save the world, they got to sacrifice what the hell most dear, right? That's just the way it is, I think. But I don't know. I like how front and center their relationship continues to be in all parts of the story, and I like the fact that they do it in an organic fashion as opposed to it feeling random and coming out of nowhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's a good chapter.
Yeah.
I truly enjoy where everything's going, a lot.
Yeah. Same here. It's also yeah, but I don't really know what else to say. Besides, yeah, let's get those beanbags rolling, man.
You can get them tonight at $99.55.
Yeah, but with that said, let's plug some things. And well, you can you're done.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
We well, you can find my work at Wobum Entertainment, and you can find me over at Emblemaniac on Twitter. And oh, why is that one not hiding? Okay, thank you. And you can find a pod over at the Amateur Otaku Pod at Twitter. And while these are YouTube exclusive, we have some other good recordings that ended up on our podcast feed, which is everywhere besides Podbean for some reason.
Yeah.
And but Brandon, what about you?
You can find me at the Scarlet Fan 52 on Twitter and at the Scarlet Fan 52 on Instagram.
Yeah,
You can find us all at Amateur Otaku Pod.
and you can also find our good friend and co-host Mike Thomas at Novice Cinephile on Twitter, and his YouTube channel with the same name.
Yeah.
Well, have it awesome, everyone. Peace.
Peace.